Hey everybody, it's your boy Surge Dragon and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. Today we're going to do a speed run of one episode of AEW on October 7th. Mikey, you got the data?
No, give me a moment.
Alright, I'll give you a sec. We'll be right back. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Heavens Monsters podcasts to enjoy. And we're back. So what's the first match, Mikey?
First up, Jim, first main event, you got the FTW Championship match between The Machine, Brian Cage, versus Will Hobbs.
Will Hobbs, who's looking to be a very active roster member, definitely teaming up with Jon Moxley. Supposedly was supposed to have a 6-man tag before the anniversary, but that didn't happen. So we would have this match set up for Will Hobbs to take on the Machine Brian Cage for Taz's title, the FTW Championship. Who won that match, Mikey?
The winner of this match would be Brian Cage.
Please forgive Mikey's voice. It is past midnight, so we're trying to do this quick so we can get this show. He wanted to do this. Okay. What's the next match, Mikey?
Next up, we got another bunch of celebrities congratulating Jericho on his incredible career, including Slash, Dennis Minow, Jericho's father Ted Irvine, and Hiroshi Tanahashi.
So this was the episode honoring Chris Jericho?
Yeah, his 30-year career.
Yeah, nice. So who were you surprised to see, Chris, honoring Chris Jericho?
The honest that I didn't care about the Chris Jericho
Speak up to the microphone, Chris. We can barely hear you.
I said I really didn't care about Jericho's 30-year career as a wrestler.
Me, I was surprised to see Hiroshi Tanahashi from New Japan Wrestling give his show and thanks to Chris Jericho. I was surprised. How about you, Andre? How do you feel knowing that it's been 30 years since Chris Jericho started wrestling?
That's pretty good so far.
You, Mikey?
It was awesome.
All right, what's next, Mikey?
It was time for a Brush with Greatness 20-minute time limit match. FTR versus TH2.
TH2? Really?
Yeah, and Angelico and Jack Evans.
Who won that match?
Hold on, let me slow it down.
Yeah, me too. I'm scrolling.
Oh, come on. It's a dash suplex Evans, and then Cass followed up with a splash off the top, and it was a good enough to pin Evans, so FTR won.
Damn. Sucks for the Young Bucks to lose that match, in which I imagine this is where it downgraded into what was going on. Well, we'll cover that later. Okay, I guess we'll, Chris, what is your thoughts on this match?
FTR versus Jack Evans and Jericho. It was just two heels fighting for the tag team champions. It was nothing special. FTR is still undefeated and still AEW World Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, they are. How's the show so far, Andre? Andre?
Yo.
How do you feel knowing that FTR beat the Young Bucks?
It's messed up. Yeah. Oh, well.
Chris was saying they were still undefeated and still the tag team champions.
I guess.
What's next, Mikey?
A video package play of MJF offering his version of a tribute to Chris Jericho. MJF says he was proud and inspired by Jericho.
Oh, there's a little bit right here on the bottom, right above that, saying it was announced that the best friends would challenge for the FTR's gold next week, per Tony Khan. That's interesting. We'll cover that. So the video package was to inflate Chris Jericho's ego. MJF is clearly trying to see if he can get into the inner circle. What is your thoughts on that, Mikey?
Oh my God. Oh boy. I cannot wait to see what's going on between MJF and Jericho.
You, Chris?
Okay. MJF is trying to get Jericho to after he want to join the inner circle. But, you know what other members of the inner circle, they don't want MJF as part of the inner circle.
Definitely Sammy Guevara don't want MJF on the team. And Ortiz is agreeing with him. How about you, Andre?
All right, so far.
How do you feel that MJF is proudly trying to make a point that he wants Chris Jericho to invite him into the inner circle?
I mean, he sucks, so I don't think Jericho should invite him. Doesn't matter what he wants. I don't think Jericho should invite him into the inner circle.
Next thing is mostly a bunch of individuals, including Lars Lurchit from Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica, Gene Simmons, Don Callis, Shaq, and DDP.
Yep, Gene Simmons of Kiss. We got a lot of rock stars, including Diamond Dallas Page, calling him an old friend. And Shaq, who called him Pretty Chrissy, or something like that. What was it, Chris? What did Shaq call Chris Jericho?
Christina.
Pretty what?
I don't know. I forget.
Right? It was like, oh, what the hell? What's next after that, Mikey?
After that, the dog collar match between Cody Rhodes and Brodie Lee.
Ooh, man, you want to talk about a damn good match. Ooh. I vaguely remember all the stuff that was done, but make no mistake, dog collar match is no joke. And the one who won that match was none other than Cody Rhodes becoming a 2-time TNT champion, dethroning the exalted one, the leader of the Dark Order, Mr. Brodie Lee. How you feel about that, Mikey?
Oh boy. My thoughts is there's no feeling to watch Cody Rhodes put an end to Brodie Lee's AEW TNT, or should I say the TNT Championship reign of terror.
You, Chris? I'm just happy Cody Rhodes got his belt back. And so now he's champion. Brodie Lee had to get the back to the line.
Mm-hmm. You, Andre, how do you feel that Cody Rhodes is the 2-time TNT champion beating Mr. Brodie Lee?
It's all right so far.
In addition to that, immediately after the match, Cody Rhodes was interviewed, and he announced that he would defend that title the next following week on Dynamite's anniversary on TNT for the TNT title. Everybody was questioning who would it be coming out to the arena. Would be you want to take this, Mikey? Go ahead, Mikey.
Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Mm-hmm. So we gotta look forward to commenting that. Maybe Thursday if I get home on time, because I had been delayed thanks to the trains. So I have to see. Other than that, we'll find out. Let's see. What's next?
3 more names were announced for the AEW World Championship Tournament. Wardlow, Colt Boo Boo Cabana, and Hangman Adam Page.
Boom boom. Colt boom boom. Cabana. Boom boom. Colt Cabana. It doesn't sound right when his middle name is Boom Boom. That don't sound right. It sounds like he either took a shit or I don't know. There's something else. I don't think it's a little inappropriate. Okay. Next, we got an interview with Kenny Omega backstage. Which case, Kenny Omega said it was a tournament where he was going to task his claim for the AEW World Championship and said Omega seemed awfully confident. Omega said it doesn't matter who throw it at him, even if it's Hangman Page. Omega reiterated, my bad, he is going to win this. I remember him mentioning Hangman Page a lot in that interview. Says much? What do you think, Chris?
Remember, he mentioned Page. Well, he has to get those. He and his ex-partner have the tag team champions, and he brings Adam Page for it because all his drinking habit that cost him the tag team championship.
How about you, Mikey? How do you feel about that?
Looking forward to see what's next for Adam Page.
Yeah, he sounds like he's woken up. Okay. Andre, how do you feel about this tournament for the AEW title? How you feel it's looking?
I want to see who's going to win that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of names. Next, Mikey?
Spit Swole versus Serena Deeb.
Who won that match?
The woman that beat up Britt Baker, Big Swole.
Now that we mentioned Britt Baker, we got to apologize for Xavier for not being able to be a part of this. Both his schedule and my schedule are not working together. So hopefully this coming weekend, I'm going to see if we can do more AEW, and we'll find out from there. So Xavier, please leave a comment down below on what you think is going on is prior to this podcast. We really appreciate your thoughts, my brother. All right, what's next?
After that, AEW World Champion John Moxley was shown sitting at a bar.
Yeah, he was talking about Lance Archer. Him and him, he said what Chris was talking about too in the previous AEW podcasts, saying that this wasn't their first showdown. He mentioned it. John Moxley mentioned it, and he knows damn well what Jake the Snake Roberts said. You don't beat the Murder Hawk Lance Archer, you survive him. And he survived him before. And he knows he's coming in expecting to get his ass whooped. But he plans on surviving. So, to Lance Archer, he says, you're right. Everybody dies. The question is, will you or will I? That's some deep stuff. That is some deep stuff right there. Woo! What is your thoughts on that, Chris?
John Moxley and Lance Archer is going to renew their rivalry. And remember, they fought in New Japan for the United States Heavyweight Championship in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And now they're going to do it again. Moxley was undefeated in AEW Championship. And Archer is not.
You, Mikey?
Ooh, boy. I can't wait to get my thoughts on Thursday. I hope.
How about you, Andre? How do you know? Yeah. How do you feel knowing that John Moxley is taking this very seriously with Lance Archer to expect an ass whooping?
I hope that Moxley gives out a good old-fashioned butt kicking.
Main event, Mikey.
Yeah, it's the final match. 30 years in the making. Chaos Project, Luther and Serpentino versus the Inner Circles, Chris Jericho and Jake Hager.
Accompanied by Santana, Ortiz, and Sammy Guevara, the rest of the Inner Circle.
Both Jericho and Luther meet in the ring for the first time in 1991, according to Excalibur.
Damn. Who won that match?
Where this match belonged, the Inner Circle. Jericho pinned Luther with the Judas effect.
Yeah, and everybody came out to the ring to celebrate with Chris Jericho. It was mostly the heels, if you look at it. That was like every heel was there. And it says here, MJF told Jericho that next week he's going to make a career-defining announcement. Jericho unwrapped the gift from MJF and it was a frame of MJF himself. Jericho smashed the frame photo over the clown's head and then clobbered the clown with the... Oh yeah, there was a clown! MJF had a bunch of stuff that Chris Jericho didn't give a damn about. He hates clowns. But then they just looked at each other and they laughed it off and said congrats to Chris Jericho. And that would be the end of the show, leaving on that note. What is your thoughts on this, Mikey?
Like I said, 30 years, Chris Jericho has busted his ass.
You, Andre, how do you feel knowing that Chris Jericho does not like clowns and whooped that clown's ass with the frame of MJF?
That was good to see. That was very good to see.
Yeah, but MJF and Chris Jericho laughed it off after that. So they're kind of still buddy-buddy.
Oh, come on, dude. Really?
I'm letting you know.
So is he gonna let MJF join the Inner Circle, or
They haven't said yet, really. Up to this point, they haven't really said yet.
I hope not.
We're behind 3 weeks, going on 4, so we're covering the 5th week behind.
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday, if you think about it. Midnight. And you, Chris?
Right.
How do you feel?
I didn't really care about the heels coming out with Dwayne with Jericho 30 years anniversary. Well, it was funny, but Jericho smash that picture frame and get that clown to Judas effect. That was really funny.
All right. Y'all ready to end this, boys?
Let's go.
A shout out to our fellow brethrens of the Heavens Monsters podcast. A shout out to Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A link to their YouTube channels will be in the descriptions down below, as always. And remaining shout out to Chris Petrie, as well as T-Money, Renee, Farrell, and Delvin. You like this video? Give it a thumbs up. You didn't? Give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button, like the content, hit that notification bell for the next Heavens Monsters podcast. If we do it Thursday, we'll do it Thursday. If not, hopefully we'll cover Monday Night Raw on Thursday. If not, we'll do this on weekend. So, I'm Serge, this is Chris, this is Andre, and this is Mikey.
And that's that's the bottom line. Because the Heavens Monsters podcast crew says so, and we'll see you on Thursday, recapping the 1-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite.
Or Monday Night Raw. Because I think, boy, Xavier wants to be a part of that one. I'm going to try with that. All right, Mikey?
That's right.
You hear me, Xavier? Comment down below. All right. Good night, y'all.